I gain respect. I'm the biggest player of all time. Don't ever fuck with me because I'm Mr. Big, Mr. Big. They call him Mr. Big, Mr. Big, Mr. Big. But not because of my size. Mr. Big, Mr. Big. They call him Mr. Big, Mr. Big, Mr. Big. But not because of my size. Mr. Big, Mr. Big. They call him Mr. Big, Mr. Big, Mr. Big. But not because of my size. Mr. Big, Mr. Big. They call him Mr. Big, Mr. Big.
All right, hopefully I don't bore y'all to death. But this is me at the house. It's a mess on the desk, obviously, because I still got paperwork that I got to file, like that there. But this is me at my best over here at this workstation. So I do a lot of my work from the phone. But I just thought I'd show y'all this. If it's boring you guys and you don't like it, I won't make another video like this. But basically, all I'm doing is I'm trying to put together a load right now. The truck to load ratio is kind of screwed up in the area, so it's kind of leaving me in a bad spot for getting some loads together. And where I'm at, I'm right here on the border of Illinois and Iowa. So let me show you something real quick here. Let's go back. I'm using 123 load board, and then I'm using Trucker Edge / Get Loaded. So I work a couple of different load boards, and on top of that I'm using Coyote's load board, as you can see here. So I work about 3 to 4 different load boards at a time and browsing. Then I'll also browse other load boards such as BNSF or TQL, for instance, would be a good example. So I'm just trying to put something together. So reason I like Coyote load board in particular is the times. So I could click on something like this here. Let's say if I know I want a late load on a 123 load board, it don't show anything about it being a late load, but if you go directly to the carrier such as TQL or Coyote, you can see right there that it's got the times. And like this one here is a crappy load. So and for me to take that, they're gonna have to pay me very well. I think they're at 249 miles. He wanted 600 on that, so I won't touch that. Even though that's over $2 a mile. I was watching somebody the other day and they were saying you can't necessarily go off the mile. I know exactly what this is. This is going to a Walmart. So I know I'm going to be sitting there 3 hours or so. Actually, that Walmart's not that bad. I'd probably be there 2.5 hours if I went there. But it's the commodity, and I know that that commodity that they got coming out of Rochelle, I know that pays a lot better than 600. So they're leaving it up there hoping somebody jump on it just because of the miles. But it won't be me, driver. It won't be me. So to give you another example, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna do a load search. All right, let's do one that I typically do. Let's do Chicago. Okay, let's do Chicago, Illinois. Let's do van, and let's do 28 because of 20. You know what? Let's do 27 because this will help me out. This will help me out while I'm making this video. And let's do to another city, Davenport, Iowa. This gets me close to the house. And this is my lane, drivers. So here we go right here. Chicago to Davenport. Alright, it's a van load. And it's roughly about 168 miles or so. So this is the type of loads that I will be typically looking for. Now with this load, you see right there, 170. Told you 168 miles. With this particular load is light. That's fine. That's something that I would generally be interested in. It's working with TQL. I don't like to do them, but I will haul for them. For this particular lane, I can tell you all day long, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of roughly about what they're gonna offer is about, because you're gonna go off that miles, you know. So most people who don't know, they're thinking, oh, if I get $2 a mile, that's good. So they're gonna start you off and they're gonna offer you about 350, 375, and most people might jump on it. I won't touch it for that. And do you hear what I'm saying? I won't touch that load for that. But let's see what you see what I said. So that's 316. So I'm back. So that's $316. Battery's going dead. I'm gonna speed it up a little quick. Again, I won't make this video if you guys don't like it. I won't make these type of videos anymore. But I'm just sitting here and I'm not doing a whole lot, so I figured I would do just that and make a video. And so again, it's 316. That's the going rate at about $1.79 a mile. But I know that to be incorrect. I know that this lane pays every bit of $4.25 minimum. This lane pays $4.25. So I'm gonna go and I try to get $4.50 out of it. So I go $4.50, and you see so the average is about $2.65 a mile. That's one reason I like 123 load board. One, you can check the rates. Not to say that they're correct all the time, but it's a good guide. And then you could check other, freight lanes and stuff like that. You could Google that and look that up to figure out what these actual lanes typically run. Another reason I like it is because I could simply go right here, map tools, and if I want to see where it's going to put me at in the vicinity right there, what I'm looking at, and then obviously you could go interactive maps. But I like Trucker's Edge because Trucker's Edge, which was referred to me by a buddy of mine's, it's my cousin load board actually. I prefer them because the amount of loads that they may have listed differ from what 123. They might have an extra 5 or so loads on here that 123 maybe not. For instance, about a couple of minutes ago, this load right here, it was a load right here from East Moline to Kansas had popped up, and then I went over to 123 just that fast, and 2 more popped up from TQL, from it was BNSF. So it helps me, you know, maybe because I got the ADD, I like to be able to have my eyes peeled on more than one load board, and I just refresh them. You could set alerts and stuff. I don't typically mess with that stuff, but this is what I do. And in the meantime, in between time, one other thing, let me see what if I can show you guys here. I go to my email. So in my email, I'm constantly getting updates of loads. So right there. So this is I'm looking for power only capacity to help with loadouts and or tollways in Lafayette, Indiana area going to Cedar Falls, Iowa. This is a service that you provide. Please let me know what you can. So this is like I'm gonna have to reply back to this because this is a lane that I will run. So as far as power only, so I'm gonna reply back to her probably in a later on today. But that's I'm gonna see what they're offering, and I'll run that. And then on top of that, what happens is I keep getting just updates. So here's another one, it's just from brokers and stuff that I didn't work with, and I asked for them to just add my email to their daily email list. Right here is another one, and this is power only lanes and going rates. So I'm constantly going from all of this, and then I receive phone calls. I just got off a phone call and I just booked a load. I couldn't find a load, and they just called me from broker and company that I work with, and they just booked me on a load. So this is me typically when I'm at the house, and it could be nerve-wracking sometimes, but it's easier for me to maximize my time and find a better load. And then one thing also I do is I go to the broker section. I don't know if anybody ever does this. And what I do is I go to truck availability. And then let's go. Then I go to that, hit one. I think it might cut off here in a second. I have to continue the video. So we back. So this is what I do. So I go here and I see what kind of inbound trucks and outbound trucks we got going on in Illinois. So they say we got 13 outbound and 133 inbound. It's like really screwed up right now. So then I go check the map. This is easier for me. For others, the inbound outbound might make a lot better sense too. To me, this is easier. So I go here and it shows you that down here, hot red means hot trucks are available, warm trucks are slightly limited, and cold trucks are very limited. So I'm in here a lot. Well, not a lot, when I'm at the house mainly, or I see something's going on. Like I haven't received a lot of phone calls today, so that's telling me something's going on. And the reason is Illinois is smoking hot, and that's usually not the case. But right now, for some strange reason, Illinois is just blood red. But what helps me is I'm right here in this border. So I'm between Iowa and Illinois, and you see where there's not too many loads in Iowa. So that helps me out because I border states, and then it takes no time for me to get up to Wisconsin whatsoever. So I go in there and I just play around sometime and just look. And then another thing I might do is, let's see here, if we go back to the broker section, I go truck availability. Oh no, I'm sorry. I go broker section, then I go find trucks. So then once I get here, I would type in just to see what kind of trucks are in my area to let me know how marketable my truck is right now. I'm gonna go 150 miles and I'm gonna go non-Canada. So I'm gonna go search for that, and there we have it. Them are the trucks. It's 4, but mainly it's very limited. That's not many at all, to be honest with you. So me knowing that gives me a little bit more power when negotiating my loads and whatnot. And so for instance, I might sit here. Coyote assigns you a broker. Okay, so what I do is I just goofed that up. Let me see here. Let's do a search. Let's do a search again. Let's go Davenport, Iowa. Sorry, it's hard to do this with one hand. So let's do Davenport, Iowa. Let's do 150 miles. And let's do for today. Look at that there. See, I like something like this here. Look, that's off the next day. Only problem is it's at 3 p.m. So I could submit an offer. That's another reason why I like this. So I submit an offer, and a broker that I work with, I just write down there, he'll give me a call immediately almost once he see my offer come in. Sometimes I throw in a high offer just to get his attention and let him know I'm interested in that load. Then he calls me and tells me what they got in the load. So I just, and then you see you have your offer section if you made the offer. So I do like Coyote load board, and I mean I can just work with it. It's, to me, it's one of the better private load boards there is. You know, I have other stuff, you know, to where it'd be a very long video. I have other stuff like right here. Okay, so this is power only lanes, and then I could check, and I check on it often. And it's so much stuff that I couldn't possibly cover it all in this one video, not with making it about 30 minutes. And right now it looks like I'm about 15 minutes. But again, if this boring you guys, dislike it. I won't get my panties in a bunch about it. Just let me know, hey, you don't want to see this type of stuff. you know, and I won't make it because this is a little boring because it's just me showing you what I do when I'm at the house. Some people might like it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, just strictly so I know if you want to see this kind of content in the future or not. But again, that's what I do, you know, and I just browse from low board to low board, keep refreshing, and I try to put a lane or two together. And so, for instance, I give you an example of. Let's see, it's gonna cut out here. It's about to cut out again, so I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, there you go. So this is what I might do. So step for me finding a load, like I know I need to be in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm in Des Moines, Iowa often. That's my lane. All right. So what I would do is something like this here. I need to be in Des Moines here soon. So I will go Des Moines, Iowa within about 170. I'll do 190 miles of Des Moines, Iowa van. And let's see, I could put Saturday, even though that wouldn't be the case. So let me change the date on that. Let's put 27th, 28th, and 29th. So I say anywhere there except for Canada. And sometimes I don't have a load right now leaving out, but I know I need to be in Des Moines later this week. So what I might do is something like this and see what's going to Des Moines. So then I'll just find let's say I want to go. I'm hoping I'm explaining this well to you guys what I'm doing here. Basically, also go to load availability. So between truck availability and then the load availability, I can kind of get an idea of what's going on in my area. Right now, this is usually not the case. There's more trucks than load here right now, and I'm feeling the effects. Usually my phone would be blowing up. Right now it's not blowing up. Loads come up and they're gone within like seconds, literally within seconds. And I just had a JB Hunt broker named Brian just got rid of a load up under me, so I'm pissed off, and I know what it was. It's only about 170, 190 miles, and someone was thinking that they were doing it, getting a good rate at about 400, 450, because they're at $2 a mile, and in this area going that way, that's in general you may think that's right, but the location from where it was coming from, which was it's coming from a ketchup manufacturer, and they have you in there for like 3 hours or more, and the load times be late. So in general, that load pays a lot more than $400. I'm talking like that load is generally around 550 to I had it at 700. So I know somebody called in right after me, and he gave them that load for probably about 400, 450, and they were probably happy. Pissing me off, man. So now I gotta find another load. I'm so pissed off about it, but this is what I do. And again, if you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you don't want to see these types of videos anymore, hit the dislike button or the thumbs down button and let me or comment and let me know what you think. But I gotta cut it short because now I gotta find another freaking load, man. This pisses me off.